Hello, everyone, and welcome back to War for the Crown. I almost said Rise of the Runelords. Welcome back to War for the Crown, Songbird, Scion, Saboteur, session 42. Here's what happened last time. The party made their way into Eelondir. While doing some chores, there was a small group of guards who noted Taevanae and decided to hatch a plan. That plan ended up falling through, although one guard still managed to knock out Taevanae, grab them, and begin to transport them, albeit while followed, to the Palace of Birdsong. The guards that were left behind were simply put in a scuffle with Desmond and Brom, which alerted more guard presence, eventually forcing them to flee. Anna, following the guard to the Palace of Birdsong, managed to break Taeve out, dealing with some of the guards that were part of the kidnapping, and head back to her own family's estate. They planned, but in the middle of the night, the captain of the guard woke them up and ushered them out as Sir Gul Guzarn and several guards were sent to the estate to investigate and ask questions. The last sight you see before heading onto the road and into the woods is of your sister Anna attempting to be the house leader, the head of the Zafeíri estate, and go against Guzarn, but it does not last long. The last image you see before the trees pass you by on your horse and carriage is Sir Gul Guzarn and his guards just pushing past your own head of guard and towards the house, and you all take way onto the road back towards Stockies. Effectively, the way this works is you all kind of sit there and ride. Eelondir and the Palace of Birdsong are effectively on lockdown. You have the rest of merit to employ. You have made friends here and there, but you need just a little extra push to be confident enough to take the fight to Count Eelondir himself. The first question I'm going to ask you all is, are you pushing to Stockies, or are you going to find a section of woods or fields to bed for the night as you find yourself rushing out of Eelondir?
I personally vote for push.
I also vote for push.
I'm fatigued all the same, so we might as well push.
I'm push.
Okay.
So I believe that will make you all fatigued as you continue and push through the night towards Stockies and the Bettany estate, which eventually I'll say you do make it back. As you make it back, it maybe, as you begin to crest towards Stockies, and you see the ramshackle town in view. The sun is beginning to rise, and you are able to head through the little town. Barely anyone's awake. You do see some farmers. Most of the folk who are up are the farmers. And you are able to head back towards your estate, where you have you notice that there is a letter, a wrapped scroll almost, on the front porch.
It's obviously trapped. They're explosive. We can't touch it.
Got
They're
a
magical.
rune
They're
on it.
scrying.
It's a glitter bomb!
Ah!
Desmond will take the letter and open it,
I'm
muttering
only
to himself.
delirious.
He'll mutter to himself, Hugh didn't pick this up.
As you open it and begin to read, it reads, well met, loyal friends. Word, even in Casimir, is that your actions and merit have seemingly left a memorable impression on that stodgy old county. I can't wait to see what else you may yet accomplish. I've met with various contacts and settled misunderstandings here in Casimir, and I believe we have come to an agreement with Grand Duchess Tiberan. She is prepared to validate our seizure of the county, but needs certain conditions to be fulfilled. First, you must obtain the original charter granting the Lothid family stewardship of the land. It will be kept in the library near my brother's office on the second floor, and I believe Gul Gazarn would carry the only key, or more likely, hide it near his room, the weasel. Grand Duchess Tiberan also requires both Count Lothid and his acting seneschal to abandon the property. She was non-specific as to how. Unrelated to Duchess Tiberan's needs, I have also learned my great-uncle Panavar has established a teleportation circle to come and go at will from the royal apartments in the tower. Panavar is an extraordinarily gifted wizard and a man utterly without remorse, and I cannot stress how vital it is to destroy his access to the estate before word of the seizure reaches him in the south. Once you begin your attack, I doubt you will have more than a week before he returns. Good luck, agents. May Taldor endure. Martella Lothid.
Wow. Oh, good. Don't have to sketchily
Yes.
write down in my notes what's going on.
Whew, good.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Pin. Incredible.
All right, let me kind of parse through this. Okay. Okay, so if we assault the estate, we're going to need a little bit of help. We look for the original charter, and we get Count Lothid and his acting seneschal to go away. Understood. And we're going to have to be very timely in order to deny Panavar from coming back. Okay. Does anyone have any points or concerns about this letter?
Three of them go, yeah. Who's Martella Lothid and why are you working for them?
No,
Fuck, you're right.
Anastasia knows who Martella Lothid is. She's aware of
That's
the
right.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
After getting saved from a kidnapping by you weirdos, I may not understand who Martella is, but I'm with you guys. 100%.
Okay. Yeah, Desmond will go into the summary of why we were sent here. That may or may not include his backstory in the first place, with how Pytharius basically screwed him over and kidnapped his dad. And Desmond wants to kill him. All right. We need to strategize and figure out what's the most influential ally we can muster in a short period of time.
I don't know about influential, but I will state that I know how to get into the Palace of Birdsong.
And
Helpful.
as a reminder, I will say that you have befriended Baron O'Cara, you have befriended the crabs, and you are also not directly friendly with, but you are neutral with what's her name in the Voidwood?
The Voynum.
Voynum.
Yeah, Voynum. You're friends with O'Cara, you're friends with the crabs, and you're neutral with Voynum.
Voynum's the one that
Okay.
wants the
The wine.
winery restored, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have a decent rapport with her. I think I could probably win her over.
Okay. Do we know of any problems in that direction that would get Lady Voynum on our side for certain, in addition to Anastasia's rapport?
I mean, if we can get the winery up and running and maybe bring her a bottle, I think that would definitely win over her heart and mind and stomach.
Okay, I like that plan.
The vineyards themselves are in the process of getting fixed, are they not?
I believe so.
Yes. I will say you have the basic farms currently.
Mhm.
When I ask you all to do your rolls and you get your money, if you buy the advanced farms, I will say the vineyards and everything will officially be active once more.
Okay.
Which, as you all enter back into the Bettany estate and can one by one go up to your rooms, Hugh is again on the couch, except all three of the he's out cold, except all three of the scrungly cats are also laying on top of him.
Oh,
Best blanket.
Best blanket if I haven't previously described them as basically all having mange. But
still
hey.
cute.
Still.
But you all can make it to your individual rooms. And whether you do anything during the night or not, or if you just find sleep, everyone, as sleep takes you, you regain whatever you regain. If you're fatigued, you sleep through most of the day and it goes away. Everyone can roll me 2d20 times 200.
You're giving us a lot to work with.
Okay.
And I'll say jot down your numbers in either the Roll20 chat or the Wharf the Crown group chat so we know what we're working with.
Oh, hey, nice.
Wait, times 2, because it's 200.
Oh,
And Kenzie, your total?
She's 4,200.
Thank you.
4,200. All right. So you all have 14,400 gold pieces to work with for Stocky's repair.
All right.
All right.
And I believe we already paid for the Gold Canyon Bridge.
Yes.
We did. That's what we did, like, immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, because we wanted to
Yep.
start up trade.
The all of the advancements and buildings are pinned in the group chat. You have civic improvements, basic, farms, basic, Gold
Mhm.
Canyon Bridge, basic
Mhm.
market, and pump house, basic.
Okay.
And all the buildings are pinned with their prices.
All right.
I think the winery has shown its value. So I would say definitely need to purchase the winery.
14,400. Okay. So then that brings us down to 10,400. I'm just gonna post that in the chat.
For which one? The advanced farm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Advanced farm is
I want-
4,000.
Personally, to get the advanced civic improvements as well as advanced market. Does that sound reasonable?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we'll see a better flow if we do that for sure.
We got to get travelers and merchants through Stockies.
I think Mill probably isn't a bad one either. Makes them a bit more independent.
So
Yep.
10.4k, 4.4k after those.
If you're doing the advanced farms, advanced civic improvements, and the mill,
Brings us down to 3, right?
And the market brings us down to 3.4.
the advanced market,
We can't do temple. We can't do advanced.
you're down to 3,400.
Fuck it. Let's throw a festival and go down to 1,000.
And then let's put up a statue for the festival.
Yeah, statue and festival.
The festival's for the statue.
Okay,
That sounds
so
good to me.
You're spending it all.
Well, we might as well
we're
boost
not-
some morale with the time that we have.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we're not
civic
going to say
improvements,
anything.
advanced farm, festivals, advanced market, mill, and statue.
Yep.
Who or what is the statue of?
I mean, I would volunteer my own face, but
Outside of the wine, what else was Stockies known for when it was in its heyday?
I mean, Stockies is a farming town. They're known for their farms. They're known for their farmers.
Just their farmers and their farm food. So essentially, they okay. So they could.
How about 3 smaller figures of the same mass as one big figure, faceless, to represent all of them? Farmers. In like cool poses with
like
good
that.
equipment.
One with like a hoe, one with like a bale of hay, maybe. Yeah,
they definitely need the fruits of their labor in there, but as well as the tools of their trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. Let's have one be farm work. We could have one be winery work and one be like mill work, because those are like the big things that kind of like the area is known for. And then the center could So you'd have 3, and then the center could be somebody. It's like just trying to like represent the town as a whole, so like community.
Yeah. All right. So, as you all bed down for the night, and we do a, kind of quote unquote video game fast forwarding of the town of Stockies.
Yeah.
Okay. Realistically, the effects take the game effects, the buildings give you the special benefits immediately. In game, like realistically, it's probably taking you a lot of time. So
Of course.
let's kind of split it and say, as you guys wake up, I'll ask you this: between all the buildings, between all the work, between everything, how are you all spending the better part of a week aiding the town of Stockies to grow?
I'm going to offer my services as a blacksmith to repair tools, whether like farming tools or whatever other tools.
Okay. You offer to help with tools and maybe the construction.
I think Desmond would put his diplomatic skills to use, helping bring in a growth in trade to help establish an advanced market.
Okay.
I think Anna would take it upon herself to go visit the other leaders in the areas and let them know about the growth of Stockies, taking advantage of her position, and the knowledge that people have of her and the relationships that not only the group has built but she has acquainted, to let people know about the growth, casually drop the festival and inviting them to it and being like, you got to come see what everybody's been doing, it's amazing, and just kind of socializing through everybody except for the main town, and just trying to coax everybody not only to our side but also to try to gain favor. And the first bottle of wine that is created, and maybe a second one just to say, she's going to take it directly to the woman who wanted the winery to come back up, present her with the first bottle of wine and say, this was the first wine that was made from the new vineyard. We wanted you to be the first one to have it, but I brought a second one for you and I to enjoy together.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm actually gonna ask you for a roll here. Let's see. Is the Lady Voynam? Let me go up to see where she is in.
I think I learned about Lady Voynam as well. I know she loves horse racing, so I've definitely talked to her about that. But I feel like I learned something about her. Baroness Voynam respects those with regard for tradition and an interest in history of the country and the nation. I think I would, knowing that about her, I think when I go to see her, prior to going to see her, I would make a point to learn as much about Stockies as I could and take that information with me to engage with her. So not only is she probably hearing things she already knows, but I would also try to kind of like tickle that historian side of her with information that she didn't already know.
Roll me a knowledge history with an added +4.
Okay. That. Beep. Hiya. 18.
18 is exactly what you needed.
Item.
You have a lovely conversation about the history of Stockies over the wine, which she's very happy to have. See here. Yeah, okay. You're able to have a lovely conversation, and she's very thankful for the wine. She is glad to hear that the vineyards are up and running. She does make mention of an incident within Loath Heater that she has heard about. Yes, we're gonna be doing a full week here, for realistic purposes. She does make mention of of the incident within Loath Heater, which worries you for a second, knowing all of the barons and the lords and the ladies all do eventually answer to Count Loathheed, but you notice that she gives you like a wink wink, nudge nudge, like I'm hushed, I won't tell anyone you were here type of response.
Nice.
So you're able to have a lovely conversation. You're able to get that assurance of safety from Adela Voynam, and eventually are able to begin making your way back to Stockies. We'll say maybe this is mid, like this is like, let's say, sorry, I know I keep swapping your sheet.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I need to look at skills. We'll say maybe this is maybe the 4th day. You know, you've helped with the town a little bit. You've been going around the various areas, and then 4th day you're coming back to Stockies. Roll me a perception.
Perception.
Dear
Perception. Oh, it was almost a natural 20, but it's 15.
As you're on the road back to Stockies, the closer you get to town, you begin to notice that where once there was only a few farmers still left in town, you notice that in the distance, as you begin to see Stockies approaching, you see your buildings being built. You see a wider marketplace. You see the farms having grown. Along the road, almost traveling with you, you see a whole host of farmers and families returning to Stockies.
Yay!
People are coming back to live in this town and work in this town.
Awesome.
Which brings us to our final member, Taevanae. What are you doing to aid the growth of Stockies during this week of building and maybe festivities at the very end?
Right. I'm open to you shooting me down on this, but I was thinking that I might be keeping watch and as best as one could, tracking the Stockies and Bethany Estate Mist.
Ah, okay.
To try and figure out what's going there. So I've got Detect Evil up as I believe that worked last time, but I've got my detect spell up and running as often as I can, and you know, my other abilities, so I am paying as close attention as I can to that and trying to figure out what's going on with that.
How many nights do you dedicate to this?
As long as I get my long rest, I have a spell slot for it. So, all of them.
Okay. Give me, simply put, give me 7 perception checks.
Frick yeah. Okay, let's see.
We'll go. Let's go one by one.
Okay.
First night.
First night, I get a +7. 25.
25. All right. 25. Do you do anything during the day to aid the town, or is it mostly just keeping an eye out for any ongoings, anything that might seem off?
I think I would try to help a bit with morale, though that's honestly a little bit more for myself as well.
Night 1 comes and goes. You do not see the mist.
Understood.
Night 2.
People are safe. Wow. How about that? 27.
27.
That's right. I'm spending all my good rolls on these perceptions.
Night 2 comes and goes. You know, you're keeping your eye out. You do not see any mist. You're keeping your eye out for maybe some other, beings as well. I'll say night 2. Maybe night 2 is when it hits you, and it hits you hard. That during maybe your nightly walk and watch, it probably hits you. I got kidnapped and almost killed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. 100%.
So you realize maybe I should be keeping an eye out for the other guards as well in case they try anything. This is my segue to give you all this information using you as my catalyst. You get the sense, Tave, you get it now, which you can then tell the others. Lothheed likely would not dare to do a full assault on another noble, or what he believes to be quote-unquote noble in the town, or within the county. It's very likely that you may get a visit from Ghoul Guzarn in the future, but a full-blown raid on Stockies, you get the sense that you are safe from.
Okay, well, that is a relief.
Night 2, please. Or night 3, I mean. Night 3.
Night 3. There's my bad one. 10.
No, you're good. Nothing. You're keeping your eye out. None of the guards of the town look to be any different. Honora every now and then maybe joins you for the watch this night. A lot of the townsfolk do continue through the night, working on stuff. You catch Brom staying up with them every now and then, helping to hammer in a brick or whatnot into the new buildings. But night 3 comes and goes to night 4.
Night 4. All right, we got our too high, too low. 9.
Yeah, no, nothing again. As night 4 comes to an end, I'll ask some extra bits. Is there anything that you like to do during the night? Is there anything we see Taevanae doing as these couple of watches prove relative safety for the town?
I might undertake some of the physical labor that isn't especially loud. I'm not sawing, I'm not hammering, but if there is stuff to organize, I will organize. If there is stuff to tote, I will tote.
Plenty of stuff to organize, which you are able to help with. And I imagine this is a fluent thing. If anyone wants to jump in at all, be my guest. I imagine this is a very fluid thing. You're all helping each other. Night 4 is when Anna comes back, maybe even during your watch. Taevanae, you do catch Anna and a group of farmers and families coming through the town in the later of the night of night 4 as she rides through. And you are able to catch the sight of more folk entering the town.
Perfect.
If there's nothing there, night 5.
Night 5 is 23. We're back up.
No sight of the mist. You're beginning to think that maybe it was just weather. Freak weather.
Pretty freaky weather.
Night 6, please.
Night 6. Really? Wow, okay. Another 23.
Night 6 comes and goes. You begin to help with the buildings once more. The farms are up and active. The market is busy. Maybe you're helping, be the foreman for the statues. Calling out where the bricks go and the stone. Last night.
I think seeing all this work get done, and while it is hard work, probably the mood of the people shift is going to help alleviate my own.
Oh yes, the town's attitude towards your group has shifted in-game mechanic by a good chunk.
Last night, I got a 14 plus 7, 21.
The night comes and goes, and you do not spy that mist whatsoever during this entire week.
Okay. Good.
And the week comes to an end. If there are any statuses on you all, they wash away. Clearly, you've spent a week. But I'll say, as the week comes to an end, you all stand at the edge of Stockies, looking proud upon a rebuilt town. There's statues dedicated to the workers, the farmers in the center of town. There's a bustling marketplace. The farms are back and active. Something that all of this allows you to do is, thanks to your advancements, your upgrades, your aiding the city, all of these upgrades will allow all of you to attempt craft, knowledge checks, and profession checks with a total +8 bonus, even if you don't have any ranks in the relevant skills while within the town of Stockies.
Ooh, neat.
Incredible.
+8. Uh-huh.
And like described, you all stand there looking over your newly built town as the week comes to an end. If there's anything you would like to do.
Do I need to roll for that orc stuff?
No. You're slowly learning it.
Okay. We'll just keep a mental note. Yeah, I think I probably would have declared to have helped go around the town the last 3 nights. I think Desmond would have just killed time the first 4.
Okay. Just walking around town, looking over all the work.
Yeah, kind of my presence is known, but I know it's not about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way I can receive feedback from the town, any concerns, any rumors.
The maybe first couple of nights, when you first begin to walk around, there are definitely a few concerns or rumors that you hear, mostly related to you. There's this this kind of silent vibe that there are several, or were several, people within the town who aren't very fond of you, specifically Desmond. But as the buildings begin to grow and life comes back to Stockies, that vibe quickly diminishes as people actually see you doing good work for the town, and actually seeing growth. So those first couple of walkthroughs, most of the rumors or anything you hear are genuinely dedicated to you, but then it slowly begin to die as the town becomes something.
All right, that's fair.
And if there's nothing else from anyone, I'll say...
I think there was just one thing. I'd sent you a whisper message last time. Did anything come of that?
I don't. You gotta remind me what it was.
Okay. Yeah, Desmond had slipped a letter to that drunk from before. Because he's
right.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
But if there's nothing else, you all are able to eventually, on the final night, head back to the Bettany estate, and I'll bring us back to that map. You can all place yourselves in your various rooms. As you bed down for the night after a week of long work. And I will, this time, I know I already asked for the 7th night from you, Taevanae, but I will, I'll give you another. However, I'm going to have everyone give me a perception this time.
Hooray, separate perception. I can perceive more than one time in a day.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Brom.
Oh my
You're
god.
tired.
He saw that finish line and he wanted to cross it.
He's like, it's
Yep.
bedtime.
Freaking Boris all over again.
Maybe I should name
That's
my
not what I
characters
want.
anything with B.
This is what I want. No, that's not what I want. I want something creepy. I need something creepy. Here we go. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, Desmond and Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you have this. You're both kind of woken up by this. You know what? I'll say Taevanae as well. I will say Taevanae, you did not beat the score that I rolled, but because of your proximity, I'm actually going to give it to you.
Oh.
Because it would affect you eventually, anyways.
Oh, cool. Great.
Oh, that's great.
I love to hear that.
Yeah. Anna, this otherworldly chill washes over you in the middle of the night,
Mm.
kind of almost forcing you awake. It is unnatural. It does not feel right as you kind of jolt awake. What do you do? And I'm talking like immediate goosebumps.
I think I would instantly reach for my blade and jump to my feet. Uh, and then I would basically hold my breath and listen. Do I hear the voice that I heard before?
Give me no, I'll say with your 25, you do not hear any voice, but rather a just dead silence.
Okay.
Like an eerie silence, other than maybe the sound of the wind outside.
Think I'd quickly draw a sigil in the air and cast detect magic. And I just want to essentially like stand in the middle of my room and do a like quick circle around myself.
You do not detect anything directly in your room.
Okay. Think I will. I'll throw up mage armor on myself,
Mhm.
and my goal is to move as silently as I can through the house and try to
Okay.
see if I can pinpoint what's being weird.
You begin to move through the house. You begin checking the rooms on the first floor. You do not find or see anything on the first floor. Your slow search through the rooms. You begin to make your way to the second floor. I'm going to move you right here.
Actually, before I go upstairs,
Mhm.
I would like to grab a quill and a piece of paper and write
Mhm.
on it very quickly, stay silent, something's off, and I want to carry that paper with me. And I think I would wake Hugh first if he's still on the couch.
He is.
Okay, great. I will wake Hugh, and as I'm waking him, I will
Mhm.
cover his mouth to make sure that he doesn't talk. I will show him the
Mhm.
paper, and once I see a register in his face, I'm going to point at myself. I'm going to point upstairs. I'm going to point for him to go in my room and mimic to shut the door.
Okay. He will uh, grab all three mangy cats off his lap and bring them with him.
Perfect. Because I at least know if this is a magical something or other. My room doesn't have anything in it at this point. and I know that there are a total of 3 escape routes from there: bedroom door and 2 windows. So I feel safe sending Hugh there and having it be like his bunker down place so he could get out if he needs to.
Desmond. Anna, as you're walking upstairs, you make it to the top.
Yep.
Desmond, you're sleeping, and suddenly, through whatever dream you're having, an otherworldly chill washes over you again, just like Anna, forcing you awake, jolting you awake with how cold it is. Immediate goosebumps cover you as this, where you are now, you can see the fading of mist uh, coming through this door. What do you do?
I think I would immediately use my where is it? The ability that gives me armor, basically. So I'll give myself 5 points of non-lethal, which is on my sheet already, and I think I will tiptoe towards the door and listen for anything strange, for any footsteps.
Give me a perception. And Anna, you can give me a stealth. You do not hear any footsteps directly outside your door, but you do hear footsteps and the creaking of wood approaching from what you know to be the western staircase.
I think knowing that, I'll try to sneak out and wait around this corner here.
All right, you can give me a stealth. And
Okay.
Anna, you give me a perception.
One of us is gonna get hit.
You do not hear anything as you get ready to walk around the corner. I will say, with a 31 perception, I'm not gonna say that as you kind of ready yourself, Desmond. You're maybe peeking around the corner. You do see Anna, not in armor, but this magical kind of field over her with her blade in hand, slowly moving throughout the top.
Anna.
I will whip my head in that direction, put my finger to my mouth, and hurry to him and show him the paper.
Yeah, it's cold as shit.
Shh.
Where are you going?
If I hold my detect magic towards Desmond's bedroom, do I get a ping?
Very faintly, but it is not there anymore. Both of you can give me perceptions again. Um,
If I scan with
as
my
you,
if I scan with my detect magic, do I get a bonus?
I'll give you a +2.
Sure, thank you.
Taevanae,
Huh?
give me. Okay, first of all, because I have to ask, are you awake during the night or are you asleep?
Based on one of my character traits, it's very likely that she would be awake for a period of time throughout the night.
Okay.
Uh,
Give me. You got an 18.
yeah. Yes?
You
Yes.
fully see and it makes you jump back a little bit. You do not have time to react. You fully see the figure of a woman dressed in a fine noble's gown apparate through this wall, move past you with this chilling mist following her, and into this room through this wall.
Okay. Yeah, I think when that happens, I jump back to the headboard of the bed and like probably just involuntarily shout out fuck before getting up, grabbing my meteor hammer and thundering down the hallway and around the bend, catching them in my uh, in the peripheral of my vision and gesturing for them to follow.
And I'll say the two of you probably do hear the fuck. Brom, you rolled like I'd ask you for another, but you rolled a natural 1 for a 3. I think this is probably just Brom is a heavy sleeper. You spent the entire week working the forge, working on buildings. You're probably grateful that this is this is probably the best sleep you've ever had.
Okay. That's reasonable. Nothing bad is happening right.
Yeah. So the two of you hear Taevanae shout, you see them and watch them begin moving.
And again, I am kind of sprinting because I know there's not like an assailant here. There is a specific ghost thing going on, and I'm getting to the bottom of it. I'll bust down the door to the room.
As soon as
As
she
you-
does, I'm casting shield on myself.
Okay. As you bust down the door into the room, you see a figure. They do not appear to be ghostly, despite you seeing them move through walls. They still have like their form. However, they are indeed hovering ever so slightly. And they are looking around the room as if for something or someone. And you see two of you recognize this figure actually from the Tanager Jubilee. The specific figure that joined Aravid in dance.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
And they are looking around the room, as I said, as if for something or someone.
Guys, what have I done?
Oh no.
I think Desmond would walk into the room and say, Duchess Lothied, what are you doing here? What happened to you?
Can I ask, is it just her, or is there a mist in the area as well? Is there a
There is a mist in the room. There is a fog that moves with her.
Okay. I'm getting flashbanged by my ability right now.
She turns to look at you, Desmond, and the three of you, and says, "Oh, where is he? Where's the one who danced with me? They were so lovely. I want to dance again."
Canonically, we never brought Aravid back, right? He's still buried.
He is still in Lothheater in the temple that you paid to keep his body safe.
Not buried.
Not buried. Yeah, he's basically in stasis, so we can bring him back.
All right. I think I'll be right back. I will say I'll go fetch him. And I'm going to just run into the hall. I'm going to wait a minute. I'm going to use the kineticist ability to disguise self as Aravid, and then I'm going to tell Morpheus to switch into bluff mode.
Okay.
And then in Aravid's voice, I'm going to go, Duchess, you're glowing.
Give me a
But
bluff.
not in the way that I would expect.
Give me a bluff.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I bluffed.
I think that worked. That's a 13, guys, on the die.
Okay. Duchess has very good rolls. I should just throw that out there.
More than that?
There's no way she rolled a.
You should see her stealth rolls.
Oh, they're probably super.
I didn't notice.
No, you
It's
did
probably-
not.
No, you did not.
She does.
It'll probably take Arcanus.
She can get above 30 on some of her rolls, very,
Okay.
very easily. I will not tell you what, but she does have a plus 19 on a roll.
Okay.
Wow.
She looks at you. And she very much looks over you for a while. Because what she tells you is she's been visiting the entire week, and you haven't been here. Where have you been?
I've been away. I've been in a theater. In a temple.
Give me another bluff. But why? We were supposed to continue our dance. I was removed from my grandson so rudely. And I have been expecting this. And you've been in a temple?
Yes, I was taken by a fish. Long story, Duchess. But I'm here now.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something on my end. She is going to begin to approach you, kind of hovering towards you.
Desmond will hold out one of his hands.
She goes to fully embrace you in a hug, arms around your shoulders for an embrace.
Yep. I'll welcome it. I won't try to dodge out of her grasp.
See something real quick. I'm gonna the funniest way I can describe what's about to happen is simply she's going to do something to you. Do you allow it to happen? I'm not telling you what. I just need a yes or a no.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel, and this is more of a role play thing than an actual game mechanic. So I want to throw that out there now. That this is why I asked if you said no, I would have allowed you to roll to prevent it. Um,
I'll act appropriately.
but she, well, it might not be. I found what I was looking for. It might be a game mechanic thing now. You feel this embrace around you, and she does begin kind of like whispering, but not quiet enough for anyone else in the room to miss it. You all, the rest of you, the other two of you, do hear her speaking with the form of Aravid here, very much, you know, very much the confessions of um, someone who has not had love in a while and felt a special connection. Uh, Reminiscing on their first dance together, happy that Aravid is back with her. Um, she says she is owed a dance, and she will be back um, another time, another day, to appropriately have the time, just the two of them together. Um, and so she believes that you're Aravid, and in believing that you're Aravid, there's no uh, there's no malice to what she says here, or no purposeful um, I'm going to do something evil to you in her voice. Um, in the sense that she's not doing this to kill you, but she's doing this in a way to claim Aravid as her own, to make sure you can never leave her again. In this embrace, you begin to feel your skin burn a little bit. Uh, Desmond, kind of on your back shoulder, even through whatever clothing you wear, and you're going to take. Let's see here. You're going to take 19 points of damage
Okay.
as her cold grip burns through your skin. And the two of you kind of watch this in shock a little bit. And the same thing, the reason I'm not asking for any sense motives is you can clearly tell she is not doing this to. It's an act of aggression, but it's not one to kill or purposefully like maliciously harm. Um, it's almost like an animal, marking their territory. as when she lets go of the embrace, she says to you, Desmond slash Aravid, essentially, now I will always know how to find you. As you feel this burning mark on the back of your shoulder, your right shoulder, as she smiles and she pinches your cheeks like a grandma would, as she turns, flies out the window,
Duchess, wait.
and
I had
disappears.
questions. Damn it. Aravid turns around. Ow.
Are you all right?
What the fuck have you been up to before me?
Desmond lets the disguise dissipate. Oh, I was really hoping that would lead somewhere more helpful, but
Who was that?
I transformed into one of our prior party members. That was Duchess Lothide. We met her at the Tanager Jubilee.
Are you okay?
I
Yes.
guess.
You guess. Are you okay?
She was very, very cold.
And you do look over him and see his right shoulder, on the back right shoulder, burned through his clothing, his shirt, is this handprint, but it's the handprint of a cold burn rather than flame.
It is a spectral hickey.
Like almost as if this part of Desmond's shoulder was immediately taken by frostbite. Yeah, like a frost brand.
Goodness.
I prefer that title.
Oh,
My goodness, I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. I did something stupid because I was expecting something less stupid to happen. I only have myself to blame, but I'm thinking that could have gone a lot worse.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm glad you're okay.
Hey, Anastasia, can you do me a favor and you know what? I'll turn around. It's less awkward that way, unless you prefer the full body hug. But I'm really cold, and I would really like a hug.
Yes, and I will give Desmond a full hug. Probably getting chilled myself because of how cold he is.
Mm-hmm. And Taevanae, you do see through the window the form of Duchess Lothide land to the ground, and begin moving through the fields before eventually disappearing into nothing but mist and smoke. The same mist and smoke that you recognize from your night of the harvest.
She's been here before.
Okay.
So she has been coming often.
I can't say how often, but I've seen the mist twice.
Which I believe the harvest was, now that we're in a week past, it was last week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, maybe we can raise funds to actually bring Arvid back, and then I'll explain the hickey. I mean branding.
I don't. I find it hard to believe that Lothide would take the wife of his own mother. This is
I
odd.
wouldn't. Bartleby's a piece of work. I don't think it takes a great stretch of the imagination to consider if someone is willing to kidnap people from other duchies or baronies, that he would be willing to kill his mother. We can investigate it further to prove that theory, but right now, I really want to curl up in my blanket.
We'll get warm. We're gonna figure out what we need to do tomorrow morning.
Maybe you should sleep by a fire tonight. Do you have a fireplace in your room? I can start it while you get curled up.
No, but there is the fireplace downstairs. I could just curl up on the couch if Hugh isn't still there after 7 days.
Yeah, let's get
He
you
said the
downstairs.
couch is warm.
Why would I not be here?
Hugh's been loving the couch.
He's
Perfect.
that one roommate who you swear does other things but always ends up in the common area taking up space.
Yep.
Listen, Hugh takes care of the cats. He helps with the dinner. He reads everyone's mail.
We have not got any junk mail, guys. It's great because Hugh has been going through it all and making sure that we don't have to deal with the ads.
Exactly.
Lonely wenches in your area.
Back for later.
If you didn't say something, I was about to. I was about to make the exact joke. All right, but on to serious topics. Ghost.
I think as they're considering leaving the room, Desmond would turn to Taevanae. Are there religious answers to a mark like this?
I'll take a look. I mean, I have similar abilities.
Oh, okay, yeah. What do you need me to do? Kneel?
How tall is Desmond?
He's like, you're tall. He's like
I
6'2", so you certainly don't need to tiptoe.
We're roughly the same, 6'3". Being an
Yeah.
elf has its perks.
Yeah.
Considering it's your shoulder, I'll be able to get a good enough look. Just unfold the cloth and take a peek.
It is exactly as described, a handprint branded onto his shoulder, as if the cold, the frostbite, the frost branding of this handprint burned into his skin.
Right. Well, it's an interesting mark, but I don't know if I can really glean anything much from it except a personal grasp. At least for the one that you called your friend.
All right. Perhaps there's a severance ceremony or something that a temple can perform.
I think, if need be, laying a soul to rest would do wonders for severing that bond.
All right, say no more. I will be the bait, and you be the Ghostbuster. I think I've seen your talents in that category properly demonstrated.
To some
If you don't-
degree.
Yeah, if you don't mind lending me the assistance.
I've been wondering what's going on with that mist, so the fact that I can actually do something now is good.
All
Let's
right.
let's get to morning. Collect Brom and the others for their opinion. And we'll figure out what to do. What our next move is.
Very well. Desmond starts walking alongside Anastasia down towards the western stairway.
You are able to head back downstairs.
I will sit in the scarce library for a while more.
You are all able to do what you would like to do. You're able to set a fireplace. Whether you tell Hugh to leave your room or not, Anna, is up to you if you kick him back to the couch. If not, you do catch him in your room with his pistol aimed at the doorway.
Desmond would probably just
very confused.
No, I'll leave Hugh to sleep in my room, and I'll stay in the living room with Desmond. I want to make sure that he stays warm. I'll keep the fire going for a little while until I hear him, unconscious, and then I will probably settle myself into the chair and go to sleep there.
Okay.
Probably end up dragging the couch, so it's like here.
Yep.
Yeah.
What you are able to do, you are able to find what rest you can. All of you are able to fall asleep. No other ghostly visit in the night. As we come to morning. As we come to morning,
In the title screen?
smell. What?
Oh. I just assumed because of the music.
No, this is the music that I usually play during these screens.
Okay.
As we come to morning, Desmond and Anna, the smells of breakfast immediately come to you as Blunk, Nod, and Wink have made food like usual for everyone. And Hugh's there as well. The smells of, meats and porridges and whatnot hit you as Taevanae and Brom, the two of you are also able to come downstairs to the smell of breakfast and food as you awaken. Blunk, the leader of the Domovoys, does, as you kind of stir, does look at Desmond and Anna, and then back at Anna and says, I don't know what the two of you got up to, but thanks for your bed. A lot more comfier than this guy in the couch.
You're welcome. She's still in like half sleep mode as she takes probably like the cup of coffee that's offered to her or something. As a point of order, I would like to say first bottle of wine is gifted to the lady we're trying to woo over. The second bottle of wine ever made goes to these guys.
Fair. Very fair.
Just I want to put that out there. So the first bottle of wine, like I want to say like it was a set of like 10 was like the first box that they probably made. So one bottle of wine went to her, and the very next bottle that gets pulled out it goes to these guys. They each get one.
You guys are having coffee and porridge for breakfast. You see they each have glasses full of wine.
Good. They work their asses off and they keep us safe and take care of the house. As far as I'm concerned, we can pay them in wine.
And they also gave you a sword.
They also did give me that sword, yes.
And they are enjoying their wine greatly.
Good. They deserve it. I just wanted to point of order that needs to be there, and I don't think anybody else would disagree with that.
I agree.
Let them have their wine.
I wish that there was a handout for them, but I'll re-add it to the group chat. I know it's in the the guild chat, but just as a reminder, in our group chat for War for the Crown, this is what your housekeepers look like. They're like little gremlin imps from, like, you know, back when George Washington was still alive. They got the fancy tied beards, and they're just little fellas who can turn into mangy little cats.
They've been working this manor for 500 years.
Yeah, and they got New York accents. I'm working here.
Yeah.
But yes, you'll come downstairs. You're able to enjoy a good breakfast, and it is up to you whether you share the information of a ghost at the kitchen table or not, quote unquote kitchen table.
Yeah, I think we'd like start it off with, there's been a mist in the area, a magical mist, and apparently it's tied to the Duchess of this whole county, or I guess not county, but duchy, who is presumably dead. You caught up, Brom?
It'd be very awkward if she wasn't.
That's a very
She
interesting.
certainly has capabilities at the very least.
Blanc pipes up between a sip of wine and says, "Oh, so we got a ghost problem? Or
Something
you
like
got
that.
a ghost problem?"
That's
Their
a
dead
fair
companion has a
sentence.
ghost problem.
Do I notice
Which I
the brand?
transformed into. I guess it depends how sneaky you are coming down the stairs and how sleepy I was.
Probably not.
Okay. Actually, if
I
I even
imagine
roll
you
perception, I
probably-
probably would roll low.
I imagine you also probably put on fresh clothing. Oh.
If I just woke up, probably not.
I mean, after the fact, you would have slept in the ripped and tattered clothing.
No, I guess that's fair. Although it was just a hug, right? Or did it like sear me all the way around?
Oh no, she completely like seared through the clothing into your flesh. There is
Yep,
a
it was just on the
hand-
shoulders, right?
Yeah, but that's still going to sleep with a giant hand-sized hole in your shirt.
Sounds like my sleeping shirts, honestly.
You gotta replace your shirts. It's just a tidbit of recommendation there. If you're going to bed, and this is a tip for everyone watching this, if you're going to bed and your shirts have hand-sized holes in them, it's about time you go to like a JCPenney.
What?
They're so comfy, though.
You know, there is sleepwear that starts soft. You don't have to wear it for 4 months straight to make it soft.
I'm just imagining one of the three just saying this as like a public service announcement.
Yeah, you know what?
PSA.
We're making that canon. Nod. This guy right here starts saying that. You know, Desmond says something about sleeping in clothing that have holes in it, and he fully just like goes off on you, like, "What are you doing, man? Get some more clothing. You're a nobility, for God's sake. Get a new T-shirt."
And then Hugh hands him an ad.
Why is
from
it about
JCPenney's.
JCPenney's?
Yeah.
JC Coppers.
JC
Upper?
JC Coppers. That's it.
Coppers.
No, it's canon. It's canon. It's canon. funny. That's
gosh.
and the reason they know that is, when you guys wake up and one of the market stalls that you saw being built had a little sign painted in red, JC Coppers. It's in your town. You can just go there. You can get new shirts.
Oh my god, it's coming.
It's on its way.
We're getting an outlet.
You know what? You know what would look great in Stockies? A Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's one of the fancy
But the
ones that
local
has the McDonald's in it.
A Walmart.
Mhm.
The tire center will knock out the blacksmith.
Okay.
Not my job.
This conversation happens in character, in game. It's canon.
I like it.
It's Walmart with 2 L's because it's literally just about walls. It's a building
They
supplies
only sell
corporation.
walls. Okay, that's actually kind of funny.
Conversation
Um,
started as, "Hey, we got a ghost problem," evolved to, "You guys think we're gonna get a Walmart?"
Look, we're going to have to deal with Birdsong at some point. We can do that now, or we can try to garner a little more favor.
Which I will say, just as a reminder, and I'll just give it to you as an in-character thing. I know I said it out of character. In
Yeah.
character, I'm just going to give the free information. You would all know that the Beggarwood is home to quote-unquote their own sort of what can I say here? Not police, but they have
Faction?
their own sort of they're their own faction.
Okay.
That you would know to act that kind of act outside of the barons. They have their own peoples. They have their own faction, and you have yet to visit the Beggarwood.
Indeed.
I'm not opposed to paying them a visit. Any objections?
None for me.
None.
I think the Beggarwoods are a wonderful idea. I'd rather not deal with Birdsong this soon.
I'm inclined
Very well.
to agree. I would like to point out that we have a very unique opportunity to learn a little bit more about Birdsong than I know, with the presence of the spirit. Taevanae, it's to my understanding that you wish to help the spirit pass on. Yes.
That would. Yes. Yes, I would.
All right. I don't know if there's an urgency to that mission for you. Is there?
I suppose not particularly. The dead rarely have places to go.
That's true. I do think that we need to figure out a way to help her pass on, but get useful information. And I have a particular idea that I think we could set into motion, assuming we can time her return. And I think it will require a little bit of finesse, some help, and one more round of avid disguise.
All right.
I think that we should give her what she wants, which is a dance with Aravid. And I think in the process of doing said dance, Desmond, you could probably get some information out of her. When was the last time what was the last thing she remembered before she got here? Does she know, because she has, I'm assuming, GM, that she's lived at Birdsong for her life? Like, is that common knowledge?
It's a safe assumption.
Okay. With her knowledge of the house, and if you, as Aravid, were to stroll in to take a visit there, but wanted to be less noticed, if there was a particular path that one could take, if we can learn what happened to her and how to get in there, we have a couple different avenues on how to proceed with the directions that were requested. Because murder of his mother would not look good on him.
All right, but how do you plan on gathering the evidence? I'm not sure our testimonies as witnesses to the paranormal will suffice to convince the public.
I agree. But there is a good chance that the paranormal knows where her unparanormal form is, or what last happened to it.
That's hopeful, and I'm willing to take a reach there. As long as Count Bartleby isn't paranoid and disperse the bones across all of Stockies County, I would be willing to bet that you're probably right.
I don't know if
I understand we're dealing with someone who has likely killed his mother or familial relation, but that sounds a little psychotic.
Right. And I'm really hoping that he isn't. Though if he is, it'll be much easier to remove him and his seneschal.
Well, if her body is no longer at the last place it fell, evidence may still be there. But if she can guide us safely into the Palace of Birdsong without getting caught in the what's the word? With the prospect of having a dance inside her own court, she may be willing to share that information to someone she wishes to dance with, and upon getting enough information, we could help her pass on.
All right. Well, I'm willing to act on this.
We don't know when she's going to be back, but, and I will turn to our housekeepers and say, is there any chance that you can take the library and make it into a place worth having a dance in?
We can certainly try.
I think that would be wonderful. Hugh, if you could assist with that as well. I think the main thing that we need in there is some form of ability to play music. And between Desmond's acting, the music playing, and maybe a little bit of finesse to the room, we might be able to get some additional information. She will stop, hold up both of her hands, and say, I realize that this sounds incredibly far-fetched. And wooing a ghost seems a little strange. But considering what we saw last night, I'm kind of willing to lean on the air of strange.
Right, well, if I'm going to dance with a ghost, would you be willing to be my my teacher? I'm afraid I have 2 left feet.
Yes, and Aravid certainly did not. Oh, goodness, it's going to be harder than I thought. Yes, I will teach you how to dance.
I think with that, planning a dance, knowing you have the beggar wood left to potentially gain allies, we will see what comes of all of that in session 43 in the new year of 2026. So as we end this session, I'll just say it nice and early to all who watch this. Happy holidays, happy new year to my friends. Happy holidays, happy new year. And a congratulations on, thanks to the town purchases you all made, you have successfully gone from hard difficulty to normal difficulty for the assault on Birdsong.
Woo!
Nice.
That doesn't mean it won't be easy. You still do, in fact, have to assault an entire estate and palace, but maybe you'll have some extra friends for it come next session.
Nice.
Ooh.
But that is the end of session 42 with some lovely ghosty action. Thank you all for playing. See you all in the new year. Kenzie, if you want to say your goodbye first.
Yes. Everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye.
Bye,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon delving, everyone. And Pie.
And as always, for the last time of 2025 for War for the Crown, good pie and stay sweet, everyone.